Hi fragrance friends, it's Six Pack Sarah, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. I've got my monthly empties here today from September. So here's my basket of empty things. Sometimes it's been more full than that, but I did have a really good month as far as numbers. So let's get into what I emptied out for the month of September. So I had a goal for myself to use up 25 Scentsy bars this month and see if I could get any vendor done. That was my goal. I ended up actually using up 27 Scentsy bars. Some of them using up means I have rehomed it to someone else. One was a customer wanted something and I had it on hand, so I gave her mine. And then I did a mini de-stash with somebody. So that helped a little bit, but that mostly I almost got to that 25, even with just finishing off clams. Now, some of those clams were very small to begin with. Like I only had 1 to 3 cubes left at the beginning of the month because I melt in slow quantities. I often will use just 1 cube at a time or just a couple, and I'll mix things, etc. So I didn't use up 27 full bars, but I managed to get them emptied, and once they're emptied, they can leave the house, right? So that's less physical items in my house, so that's good. For vendor, I ended up using up 8 items, and considering it was the beginning of a season, that was really, I thought that was good. I did use up several little samples, so I'll show you that, which helped. And then for bringing in, I did not purchase any vendor wax this month. So proud of myself. I mean, I'm anticipating purchasing some in a few days, but I made it through one entire calendar month without purchasing. I did buy a few Scentsy bars. It ended up being 11 total. I knew I was going to do 6, and then I ended up getting some clearance bars. So yeah, so I got a few extra than I planned, but they were worth it. So let's see what I actually got through in no particular order. What did I get through? This isn't even wax, but home fragrance. Smith & Company candles has had some room sprays. Now they are not currently selling their own products. They're focusing on selling oils and like the ingredients to make your own home fragrance items, but they're not selling their own made things. But when they were, this is Kitchen Lemon. I'm sure I got this in like 2020. It's old. It was in our bathroom. It wasn't perfect for the bathroom, but it was lemon, so that was slightly helpful. So we made it through that. And the other non-wax item I finished up was a shower gel from Bath & Body Works, Ice Lemon Pound Cake, and I use this to make foaming soaps usually. So I use a little bit at a time and mix it with water in a reused foaming hand soap container, and then we just keep going. So I need to keep working on those. Got through that. Okay, now in no particular order for the wax items. Today I finished up an Oats and Honey from Scentsy, and this was a club bar for me, and I was only going to keep it in my club until I kind of started getting tired of it or wasn't using it as much as I wanted. So I took it out of my club because I decided I had gotten to that point where it was needed to be taken out, and I was kind of sad. But then they put some in clearance, so I bought a few more. So I made sure to prioritize this one so it's not just sitting for a while. But I really like it. Like, I put it on today and I'm like, yeah, I really like this one. But it's oaty, so it's the bakery is like the oat version, and of course the honey sweetens it up, and it's a really good mixer. So I mix it with a lot of things. And it just gives it a really nice bakery touch to many other scents. Usually it's apple for me, but not always. I used up cinnamon apples. I had like one shape left. Well, I don't know what I had at the beginning of when I put this in this month, but I had one shape last time, and I put the whole thing in this room, which I usually only do half a shape. But I did the whole thing, and it lasted for like 3 days. So this is from Lavender and Speckles, and the notes are just Macintosh apples and cinnamon buns. Last year, I was not a huge fan. In fact, I think this might have been one of my first. If it wasn't my first Lavender and Speckles order, it was my second. It was close. But, so anyway, I wasn't a huge fan the first season, but I really, really liked it this time. So I would consider purchasing this in the future, but it's also not on the top of my priority list, having so much other wax and wanting to try other new things. So we'll see. From Scentsy, Disney Mickey Mouse Cinnamon Bun Bash. This one would not be a repurchase. It was okay. There are parts of it I did like, and I like cinnamon buns. But this one, even though it says there's no apple, it smelled like apple to me. But I prefer cinnamon apples from Lavender and Speckles. I do like the cinnamon part of it, but whatever else, I don't know, it's just not my favorite. But it's not a big deal because it's not currently available. Grazing Grasslands from Scentsy. Use this up. Also not a favorite. There's too much floral in it for me. Just not a floral person. Churro So Sweet. This one, I liked it more than Cinnamon Bun Bash, which wasn't sure that would be a thing. But it's a little bit too, like, Mexican food. Like, not sweet food. Like, smells like I'm gonna make refried beans or something. I don't know. It's okay. I've talked about this before. My opinion didn't really change. It's fine when it's warming, and I believe I mixed it with something to finish it off, but I won't remember until I see it in here. Vanilla Cream. This one's really good. It's supposed to smell exactly like Simply Vanilla, or very, very close. And I never liked Simply Vanilla. I never would purchase it because it smelled too floral to me. But I love this one. So if they smell the same, I wouldn't know. Maybe my nose changed. But I like this one for mixing too. So I'll mix it with things like Grazing Grassland, which you could do a vanilla bean buttercream or a sugar cookie or something. But vanilla cream goes even better since it's a little less bakery and a little more fresh or floral. But it doesn't smell floral to me anymore. Salted Caramel Cupcake. This is a Club Bar. It's a little juicy. And I'm getting a stockpile, so I wanted to make sure to use this up for sure. And I'm sure that one will come around this cold weather season. Which, I'm wearing a sweater. It looks like it's cold weather season, but it's not cold yet outside. And I'm in Wisconsin, and it's supposed to be cold, but it's not. Hopefully soon we'll get to actual fall weather. It's beautiful weather, don't get me wrong. But it's October tomorrow, and I'm ready for fall. Bake sale. This is from Lavender and Speckles, and it's cinnamon sugar donuts blended with flaky pie crust and rich buttercream frosting. And I really, really love it. But usually I only do, like I said, a little bit at a time, 1 or 2 cubes of something, and I used 3 in my living rooms, and I didn't get the greatest performance. It probably would have done better in this room or even the kitchen, maybe, but the kitchen can eat scents with food scents. Anyway, it smells really good. It's just not super strong. I have Donut Shop, which I believe is the same as the first cinnamon sugar donuts note. And it smells stronger on cold, so I'm looking forward to using that one. And I would love to keep repurchasing Bake Sale, but I'm guessing I should stick with Donut Shop. I do have one more Bake Sale in I think a Snap Bar. So you'll see it more from me, but I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase it or not in the future. espresso and vanilla crunch donuts and dunk my donut and marshmallow smoothie from Rose Girls. This was a sample I got, and I really do love it. I would request it. And it didn't smell like too much on cold, but when I put it in the warmers, it was really nice. I think I really like vanilla crunch donuts. Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to not purchase from Rose Girls unless I can get Streuselkuchen, so I'm going to not request it for now, but if it was up, I would also. I'd hope it's not out without Streuselkuchen, because then I might have to miss out on it. Pods! Look at this! Pods! These were at our church. It's a mixture of apple spice season and peppered with kisses, and they were honestly in our church probably most of the spring and summer, and they probably haven't been smelling much for a while, but I finally used them enough that I said, time to take them home and put them in my empties. And I need to, there's one more pod going there, but I need to get some more. This is one of the sample sizes I used up. Nana's House by Grace and Ivy Candle Company. It smells like apple cider donuts, and it really does smell very, very similar to the Rose Girls apple cider donuts that she's got. But I don't like the consistency of the wax as much, so I'll just stick to Rose Girls for that. Diner Breakfast from Lavender and Speckles. This is blueberry cheesecake blended with pumpkin, pecans, waffles, cinnamon, white cake, and French toast with maple syrup. I was definitely worried about the blueberry cheesecake and French toast because I don't do a lot of blueberry. And the blueberry muffin she has is fine, but not my favorite. I don't crave it. And then French toast from Scentsy. No, not for me. I don't know why, but it does not smell like French toast to me. And then there was something else with French toast, I think from Lavender and Speckles, but I'm not sure. But they make me nervous, so I wasn't totally sure. And it was like the blueberry muffin, good, but not my favorite. But as I warmed it, I did grow to like it more than I thought I would. Most likely not a repurchase, but I don't know what future me will think when that's available. Alright, my only sunshine. This is my ridiculously sweaty bar because I found it in my husband's desk from probably 2018, somewhere around there. And I had purchased it because we loved it in our previous houses and churches we've been in. But it lasts forever, and he doesn't do a ton of wax over there. So, yeah, I took that back and I melted it. And it does, it lasts forever. I mostly used it in our little bathroom, so I only did 1 cube at a time. And it lasts several days each time. So that took a while. Sparkling Yellow. This one is one of my favorite lemons. I do have a pretty big stockpile, so it's on the chopping block, but I love it. And even though there's some pineapple in it, which I do kind of detect, but it's like sweetens the lemon rather than turns it into pineapple. Strawberry Rose. I just got one more of these in my haul, which you can see very soon if it's not up yet. Yeah, I'm curious. Anyway, it's just like a sweet strawberry, and yes, I guess there's rose in it, but it doesn't read rose to me and to many other people I've heard, so it's good. I really like that, and I'm glad I was able to get one more because I had to take it out of my club since I wasn't using it very much. Lavender and Speckles Sweet Lemon Pound Cake. This is not officially an empties because it's a piece of my customs at which I used, but the little bag is ripped, so I have to replace that. But I really like my Sweet Lemon Pound Cake customs. It's just a little bit sweeter than her regular frosted lemon pound cake. So I may get more of that in my next customs, but I'm thinking of trying like a lemon pie situation instead. I haven't decided yet. I've got a few months to figure that out. Mint Fields. This one was in the catalog last year. I was kind of surprised because you really have to like mint and garden mint, but like that's what it is. It is good. That one I sometimes mix with vanilla cream too to just kind of mellow it a little more. And I'm a mint person. That one's not my favorite, but it was enjoyable. I just have to be ready for it. Where most mints, I don't have to be ready for it. I am ready for it. Red Delicious. This was in a Bring Back My Bar. I got this August of 2024, so it must have been July 2024's Bring Back My Bar. Or June. Like they change it. Sometimes June, sometimes July. Anyway, I got it then. It's a pretty good apple. There's other apples I like more, but I really enjoy this one. So I think this one's currently in my club, but I haven't really processed it like the way I can juggle my things. I've processed clubs. I just don't think I've processed that one. So I have like a little bit on hand, but not a lot. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep it. We'll see what the budget says. Glazed Almond Dreams. This is from the same Disney collection as the other two I was talking about. And I didn't think I liked this one very much, but I really did. It's probably the most sugared almondy one that Scentsy has managed to come out with. There's other almond or nut ones that I enjoy, but this one was, the cinnamon sugar or whatever coating on it is extra good in that one. So that one, if I could get it at not the full price, I would definitely get some more, but I don't think I would buy it if it were coming back full price. Then again, if I put it in Scentsy Club and get 10% off, that's not full price, so I might still get that. Okay, sorry. Churro. This is what I do like. Churro is nice and bakery, cinnamon sugar. It does have that fried dough aspect. And it's just really good. It's on the lighter side, but I could smell it more than I could smell Bake Sale the other day. That one I had in my club 2 bars at a time for a while. I've dropped it down to 1, but I really like it. Forever Yours. This one is one I use in my bedroom. I was really enjoying it at first, and it was in my friend's club, but this one is from October of 2022, so I'm definitely not getting through them super fast. So I have a few, and I took it out of her club. We'll just use what I have and move on. I think I will continue to enjoy it during that time, but I'm glad I don't have to worry about like, I have to use it before I get more. We're good. Dulce de Leche. This one is better mixed with things because it's so sickeningly sweet, but it's good. But again, another one where I have to be in the mood for it. So I think I have 1 left of those. Alright, here's Pinkberry Sandalwood. I also talk about this one in my Scentsy haul that I've just done. Yeah, it's not as beautiful as the new Old Fashioned Evening scent, but they have similar qualities, but they're different. So that was nice to try. Not a repurchase anymore. Apple and Oats. This one's juicy, but I honestly think it's only juicy from what was the residue left in there getting juicy while I waited the whole month in my basket. I don't know on this one. Everyone loves it, and I don't know. So I think I have 1 more to try. And I think I want to try it when the weather finally does cool down, but there's a good chance it's going to get kicked out of my club. Espresso. This one has oils on it, probably from Apple and Oats. This one I don't like in the clamshell, but I do like when it's melting. So, potential repurchase. Not sure though. From Lavender and Speckles. Alright, we've got a few more little custom baggies. One is birthday coffee cake. This didn't turn out how I really envisioned, so I'll use the rest of my big bag up, but I probably won't order that one in the future. But Speckles' unbirthday cake. So her blend is Speckles' birthday cake, and it has Palo Santo on it. And I'm so happy for everyone who loves Palo Santo, but that's not me. So I said, can you make me that blend without the Palo Santo? So I called it Unbirthday Cake. And I can't smell anything in there anymore, but it is really good. I definitely will be excited to use what I have more of and would order that again in the future. Unless I can convince her to do it in a regular pre-order, and then I don't have to get a giant bag. But it's good enough to get a giant bag. Okay. And then I found this sample of Quaint Country Rain that I forgot to send my friend. Sorry. So I used it. Yep. So that one is still in my club to get one more bar. I'm only supposed to keep it to one bar, but we'll see if that happens. One more from Grace and Ivy Candle Company. Maple Madness. This was the sample they gave me. It was decent. It's maple and tonka. I wouldn't mind having it again, but I'm not going to actively repurchase it. And from Grace and Ivy, Salted Caramel. This is maple, cinnamon, vanilla, almond, and orange peel. And it was good, but it is more than just salted caramel, just like the notes say. Yeah, it's good, but it's not as good as salted butterscotch from Bath & Body Works. Okay, sea salt and avocado. If you saw my brick video, I have a brick of this, so I wanted to use up this clamshell well before I get into that brick, because the clamshell's from when it retired originally in August of 2022. I believe that's when it's from. And I'm sure my brick is from just after that. It's a scent I do enjoy, but mostly in the bathrooms. They used to have it in hand soap, and I have several of those hand soaps, and I really liked the combo. I actually like it in the hand soap more than in the wax, which is why I didn't end up using it as much as I thought I would. Salted Caramel Toffee. This was originally a brick scent for the holidays, and then it came to the catalog, and then I didn't think I liked it, and then I mixed it with sugar cookie and fell in love. So mix it with sugar cookie and fall in love. I think I need to buy more of that before the catalog ends. I think I have one bar. I'm not sure. Lemon Verbena. This is a nice, you want your bathroom to smell like you just cleaned it type of scent. But not one I enjoy super often. So I have like one more bar to enjoy. Then I'll just have to live with that. Especially since we have not heard any news on Bring Back My Bar, and I would very much like it if we did. Are they just delaying it, or are they figuring things out? That'd be nice to know. So, okay, Lemon Lime Fizz. This also I enjoy putting on in my bathrooms to make it smell clean, but it is not a cleaner smell. But the lime in it, it does just freshen up your bathroom really nice. I hope that this one comes back to the spring and summer catalog, but that's partly out of selfishness. I don't want to have it in my club full time, because it's not quite that way. I have a lot of lemons I love. It's in the middle of the pack, so I'm not sure it's worth being in my club. So if it comes back to the catalog, I don't have to make that hard decision. Last one, Bonfire Beach. This one is one that one of my really good friends loves, and when I go to her house, it smells mostly like marshmallow, and it's really sweet and amazing. And then when I put it on in my house, it's mostly like the charred smokiness, which is fine. I just don't crave it as much. But when I put it in my one bathroom, it smelled more like it smells at her house. So just goes to show, try different rooms. Things might smell different for better or worse. This case was better. So I do usually club Bonfire Beach in between spring summer catalogs, because my off-season club doesn't ship until I know it's coming back. So it's not a risk, but I wouldn't probably keep this full time in a club. But if it ever does go away, I want to be able to have the opportunity to get another one just in case. So that's where this one stands. So it is really good and very popular. So that's all. Well, after filming the rest of the video, I that later that day used up one more bar. So I wanted to show you, I finished up Sandalwood Tangerine. I have one more bar after this. It's another one of those where I like it, but I have to be in the mood. But I put it in my garage so that I wouldn't have to worry if I was in the mood. And it did smell good in there, nice. And garages are nice for scents that need to breathe and scents that you just want to smell once in a while. And like coming and going from the car, it's not too bad. But yeah, it was getting juicy, so I just wanted to use it up and not let it sit for the winter. So we're done with that. So that means that I ended the month with 17 less Scentsy bars than I started the month with. That's good. Still not negative for the whole year, but we've made a little bit of progress. And then while I have you here still, I finished up my Sunrise Woods candle. It was getting a little gross on top, so I did put it in my candle crock to finish it, and just used it until I couldn't really sense it in the room anymore. Although this is a sneaky scent because like there is still something to it, and it very much turns into a background scent. I have Sunrise Woods, the car thing from Bath and Body Works. I have that in my car, and it's been in I think over a year now, and I still get whiffs of it once in a while. So one candle done. I did technically use up a second candle in September, but I believe I showed you that in my candle changeover video, so I'm not doing that one again. So hopefully in October I will get through more fall candles, so that my candle number goes down by the end of the year as well. Yeah, so like I said, I'm definitely ready for actual fall weather to hit, but still melting fall anyway because I love fall. I love fall scents. Cinnamon is one of my favorites. But yeah, so I will come back at the end of October with what's going on from October, and we'll see what else I've been getting through. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.